Okay, in this video, we are going to cover two very important topics when it comes to moral theory, and that is going to be of utilitarianism, which is a subset of consequentialism, and Kantian ethics, or as I call it, moral absolutism. In Kantian ethics, Kant uses categorical imperatives to define what we should do in terms of morality, and says that there are some actions that are simply universally morally correct. He calls this the universalizability principle, and he says that when engaging in moral actions, you should be using this universality principle. And it says that you should be able to use whatever moral act in any situation that it applies. So if, for instance, stealing in one instance you think is good, it should be good in every instance in order for you to use it. However, in what many people describe as the antithesis to Kantian ethics, utilitarianism, a subset of consequentialism, it establishes that what you should do, you should commit moral acts according to what will produce the greatest good. And consequentialism is what's very important to consequentialism is the result, what is produced. And for utilitarianism specifically, it's mostly about creating the largest good for the largest number. So to give an example, let's say you and a loved one are having dinner, and while you're having dinner, someone comes to the door, and you answer the door, and that person asks where your loved one is in order to come in and kill them. You have two options. You have more, but for the sake of this argument, let's say you have two options. You can either tell the truth about where your loved one is, which will most likely result in the stranger coming in and hurting your loved one, or you could lie and say that your loved one isn't home. Telling the truth is a categorical imperative. It's something that you must follow, and it's something that Kant believes is developed from pure reason. And because according to Kant, it's telling the truth is something that is universal and should be done in every instance. However, according to utilitarianism, if you tell the truth here and it ends up creating it causes harm, then you haven't done let's say good moral act. You've helped facilitate harm. According to utilitarianism, you should lie. That's the difference between the two. One is Kantian ethics says that there are moral acts that are universal and that can be derived from pure reason, and utilitarianism says that that's not the case, and instead moral acts are defined by what produces the best consequence, what produces the best result. For utilitarianism, that's specifically for what produces the best result for the largest number of people.